You're exhausted, aren't you? Work too much, you sleep too little, and you don't have nearly enough time to take care of yourself.
What if I told you that you've already got a pool of free energy inside you? It's just that that pool of energy, it's currently tied up.
Let me show you how to get access to it and start to feel good fast.
If you're new here, I'm Michael. I help you master your energy so you can up spiral your life. If you're into that, follow me and click the link in my bio. Have you ever said something like, part of me wants to go out with my friends tonight, but another part of me wants to stay home and do laundry and read a book instead? Or like, a part of me is really angry when they talk to me like that, but another part of me kind of likes it. See, we talk about ourselves in parts because that's how the mind actually works. That's how it's structured. This idea of parts inside is not a new idea. It's a thing called psychic multiplicity. It's the idea that our mind is made up of various parts, and at the center of it all is a higher self. This is at the heart of internal family systems, which is a groundbreaking therapeutic model developed by Richard Schwartz. But it's not a new idea. The ancient Taoists saw the mind as a set of parts organized around the heart, which is the seat of the higher self. Gestalt therapy, Freud, Carl Jung, they all talk about this parts model. Even Einstein once said the intuitive mind is a gift, the rational mind is its faithful servant. This parts model has been around for a while, and talking about ourselves in terms of our parts is a very everyday thing because it's naturally how we think. Part of me wants to eat the cake, another part of me wants to stay fit. These parts of us hold our internal conflict, our different desires, our emotional drives. And here's a really cool thing, getting to know our parts, especially the parts that hold anger and grief and sadness and even trauma. Getting to know these normally aversive parts can be a really deep resource of energy. Why is this? Because these parts that we push away, out of sight, out of mind, are actually tying up huge amounts of our internal resources. The energy it takes to push these parts away, to keep them down, is energy we don't have freely available in our systems. It's energy that's doing work to keep us from feeling these aversive emotions. But here's the screwed up part. Anytime you get triggered emotionally, all these negative emotions, anger and sadness and fear that you spent so much time pushing down, they rear their heads and flood you with the very negative emotions that you spent so much time pushing away in the first place. What a waste of energy. And this is all really good news, because when you consciously get to know these parts of yourself that you normally push down into the shadows, you'll discover that you can actually liberate the energy that's been trapped within them, and you can have that energy available for your own system. So instead of that third cup of coffee today, you'll already feel good. You'll already have plenty of energy to do what you need to do and stay positive doing it. So how do you liberate all this free energy? How do you get to know those parts? Let's bring up fear. Fear is a really good one. Think of something in your life you're really afraid of. Financial ruin, disease, something scary, something that makes you go, now let that part flood you. Invite that part to flood your body, to flood your psyche. Don't worry, this is just temporary. It's just an exercise. Now, normally, when this amount of fear would come up, you would push it away or push it down. Instead, this time, talk to it, welcome it, approve of it. Find where in your body you feel the fear. Maybe it's deep in your belly. Put your hand on your belly and say, I approve of you. I welcome you here. It's okay to be here. And allow your whole system to feel the rise and fall of the fear. Because here's the thing, it will fall away. Because when that fearful part feels your approval of it, it realizes it doesn't need to play that role. It doesn't need to hold on to that energy of fear so strongly. In other words, it trusts that you, your higher self, are on the scene and are in control and will take care of matters as needed. And that fear part will stop tying up your personal energy, and instead it will align its energy with you, with your higher self. You just liberated a bunch of free energy inside your system because you're not using quite so much of it to push fear away, because fear is not so fearful anymore. And the energy you were using to push fear away is now a resource that you can use to solve the problems that were causing the fear in the first place. Resourceful new ideas to keep yourself healthy, resourceful new ideas for financial success, resourceful new ideas to help yourself live longer. And all these resources come because you simply stopped pushing away fear and you said okay to it. You approved of it and it gave you its energy. This is so good for your manifestations, because when you have all this extra energy to feel good, the universe loves that. It feels you vibing out all this extra energy, all this extra positivity, and it hears all vibes as a request, and its answer to all requests is yes. And it goes, oh, they must want more things to feel positive and energized about. Here you go. And your life up spirals. At upspiral.life, we're dedicated to helping you unlock your deepest potential. And what better way to do that than by tapping into a massive resource of free energy that's already living within your own system. When you get to know your parts, you can transform your internal conflict into personal power. So if you're ready to meet the parts of you more deeply and access the immense energy that's already inside you, then click the link in my bio to get on a free discovery call with a member of my team who's specially trained in internal family systems. They can help you get to know your parts and your system and all of the energy that's natively embedded there. Write free energy in the comments to remember all of this in your body. Free energy in the comments. Like the video, follow me, and click the link in my bio. Vibrant beings, have a great day.